Hey everybody, it's Hey Jon. I jabber opportunities nonstop. And in today's video, I will be covering Starlink, I will be covering a little bit of GME, and I will be covering the chart at the end of the video. I will be giving you some of my unique perspective and my unique analysis. So make sure you watch this whole video so you catch all of it. This is quite the interesting tweet from Teslardi. SpaceX Starlink competitor asks FCC to halt launches because it can compete. This is actually quite funny. I mean, if I can compete, so let's impede progress, right, guys? This is amazing. Elon Musk replies with exactly LOL, LOL. I mean, why would you do that, right? Why would you want to halt progress because you can compete? That is pure bureaucracy and pure BS, in my opinion. If you have the means to send your satellites and make internet, hey, go for it, right? And of course, this is what Tesla has and SpaceX has, because they both have one thing in common: Elon Musk. That's why Elon Musk is the market leader. And this is why when Elon Musk buys Dogecoin, guess what? Do not bet against a man. And most importantly, there is a new project being mentioned on the internet about Starlink and Dogecoin. Let's see, what is that all about? I was sent this tweet from Doge Musk. It says number 2124 peer-to-peer Dogecoin relay network based on Starlink. This is quite interesting because Starlink, as you know, is Elon Musk's internet company where they use satellites to use internet connections. So this could be a very, very potentially good thing for Dogecoin. And let's see more into it now. Please like the video, because if you do that, you will say to YouTube algorithm, you know what, I like Hey Jon's video, so please share it with more people. And when we do that, we can share these unique perspectives with more and more people to get them more and more educated into Dogecoin. And of course, if you do that, you are supporting my channel, and I do appreciate you very much. So please just smash the like button. Here I am on the GitHub of Dogecoin development, right? Or issues, whatever you want to call it here. But it says peer-to-peer Dogecoin relay network based on Starlink number 2124. This is a simulation done by somebody, and it's quite interesting because they are testing between London to Singapore and to see how many milliseconds it takes. Currently, it takes 159 milliseconds if you use a current fiber network. However, though, the same person did a simulation using satellites, or Starlink in this case here, which is Elon Musk's internet project. And interesting enough, the delay time is actually only 108 milliseconds. So it's about a 32% increase in speed. Yeah, you're thinking milliseconds, well, that doesn't sound like very much though, but if you think about it though, with a blockchain will do many, 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 many transactions, these delays can create security issues. So the lower the delay, the higher the security. So this is actually quite interesting. Imagine Dogecoin on Starlink. I think this would send Dogecoin to the stars. What do you think? Leave a comment down below. Dogecoin on Starlink. I do see some pros and I do see some cons. And let me go over them right now. The pros, well, we know it's faster, right? About 32% increase in speed compared to the fiber network currently. Another pro, right? It's in space, so there's less chances of it getting cut, right? Because as you know, fiber is a line and someone can cut it or smash it or whatever. But when it's in space, I would say it is way more secure and less likely to get affected. Of course, there are aliens and there are meteors, and we can be taken over by the world by the aliens, and a big meteor can hit us and boom, we're all gone anyways. If that happens, who cares about Dogecoin? We're all dead anyways. So those two scenarios, I mean, while it's quite possible, I don't think it's very likely. The next pro, it is based off of Starlink and Elon Musk is behind it. And as you know, this only reiterates the Dogecoin phenomenon. If this can happen here, right? This means we will have more Dogecoin investors because not only is Elon Musk into Dogecoin, but now we are using his network to power Dogecoin and to create transactions off of it. And the other pro as well is that, yes, if we can use Starlink here based on the simulation here, we have a lower millisecond. That means lower time, and that means you have less synchronization issues between the networks. What that means is that the faster you can communicate, the more secure it is. And the less likely you will have desynchronization because you are able to fill in the blocks sooner rather than later. The cons though, well, one of the cons for me is, well, if you're a seller in space here, right? And say there's some kind of interference, maybe clouds or, you know, a nuclear fallout, there's a bunch of dust, well, guess what happens? Your signal probably won't get through. But of course, if we have a nuclear fallout, we are probably all dead anyways, and we have other issues, right? Like food and water. So the last thing we worried about is Dogecoin. You know, obviously that can happen, but I don't think it's very likely. I would put it on the same boat as aliens and meteorites destroying the planet Earth. The next con is that we don't know how much this will cost, right? We know it's fiber. We know the cost of it currently, but Starlink is still new. It's gonna be out there. Who knows what the price will be at? But I'm assuming it should be something more reasonable, right? But however, though, we know Tesla is a luxury EV company, and their cars aren't very luxury priced, or for a retailer, it's more luxury priced. So with that being said, there, Starlink could be a more luxurious item, but I do believe that they are offering, you know, coverage in rural areas. So I'm guessing it should be a little more in the middle, but I don't know yet though. So have to wait and see. And also, we don't really know how fast or how strong this Starlink network is because it is coming out. It hasn't been tried and tested, right? So things to be aware of, right? Think of it as a cell phone tower, 5G. Currently, I supposedly get 5G, but even though I get it sometimes, it is the same speed or a little bit higher or slower depending on where I'm at. So depending on how far you are from this Starlink satellite here, it could affect your speeding capacity. So the simulation is just a simulation. If it happens in real life, then guess what? We will have real life data, and then we can make true conclusions of how this could benefit the Dogecoin network. Yesterday, I found this very, very interesting. Gamestop NFT changed the game. Gamestop. That is clearly an Ethereum label. And check it out. It's quite cool, actually, right? So this is actually on the NFT.gamestop.com website here. Power to the players, power to the creators, power to the collectors. Very, very interesting. GameStop says, we are building a team. We welcome exceptional engineers, Solidity, React, Python, designers, gamers, marketers, and community leaders. If you want to join our team, send your profile or something you've built to nftteam@gamestop.com. Wow, this is very interesting. Not only because it's GameStop, but more importantly, we're seeing a large company enter into the cryptocurrency space using Ethereum as you know, is the utility play, and now they are building on top of Ethereum. Very interesting to see this here. Can this be the trend that starts, right? Can we see more and more companies adopt these cryptocurrency utility and building off of it? I don't know, but this could be very, very cool though. As of right now, I don't believe any other company is doing this on this scale here, at least from my understanding. But I do know Chewy.com, and the reason why I bring that up is because that same person from there is now in GameStop on the board. So imagine if Chewy.com, right, they do an NFT as well, because I do know Chewy, they have artists on deck, and they actually draw your pets for you, a physical rendition, and they send it to you as a thank you. But imagine though, if Chewy.com does an NFT on Ethereum or say Dogecoin blockchain, because we do know Dogecoin will have a NFT smart contract coming soon per the developers. If that can happen, imagine what that would do for Dogecoin, even though it probably won't generate a ton of buzz or a ton of money, but just a fact that if Chewy.com will do that, holy cow. Guess what? It's a perfect match. Fast transaction speeds, low fees, Doge, dog, Chewy.com, dogs, cats, I mean pets. Come on up, people. Come on, people. If that can happen, that could be phenomenal for Dogecoin and Chewy.com. Imagine how much publicity they will get from this. I mean, as you know, the Dogecoin army is 2 million strong on Reddit. And of course, we are now on the media, the news, CNN, CNBC, whatevers. We're everywhere, baby. And we are seeing some phenomenal things come out from Dogecoin. More and more do we see Elon Musk throwing out tweets, and more do we see Elon Musk trying to recruit for Dogecoin, getting more talented developers. The more and more we see this happen, the more and more Dogecoin is going to rise. And you know what? Let's get into those charts today and see. Okay, let's get to them charts now. From a 1 hour perspective, a few days ago, I was saying, hey, ladies and gentlemen, the support at around 3289, I don't think we're ever going to see anything around 25 cents ever again. And the reason for that is because we're seeing a pattern here, right? Look right here. The last time it went down to about 21 cents right here, right? The next higher low is at 24.8. And we're moving up slowly but surely here. And we never revisit those previous all-time lows. However, though, we're seeing higher lows. So to me, it is a very, very bullish sign. And check it out. We are still in a downward channel. I have said this for many, many days, maybe even weeks now, right? And the important thing to note here is that, yes, we are trading a little bit sideways, but the important thing is that we are heading towards the top part of the downward channel. Imagine if we can break through this downward channel with some poise and some vigor. This tells me that Dogecoin is here to stay and they're going to rise again. And of course, as we know, there's tons and tons of bullish news coming. We have NFT contracts for Dogecoin coming. We have Coinbase listing Dogecoin in about 6 to 8 weeks. But as of this recording, it could be maybe 4 to 6 weeks now. So just things to watch out for. We are still in the consolidation phase. Imagine what happens if Starlink puts Dogecoin on it. Of course, I think that's pure conjecture and pure speculation. But if that can happen, though, oh my God. Let me know in a comment down below what you think would happen to Dogecoin if that can happen. And you know what? Elon Musk is a supporter of Dogecoin. So you know what? I would say it could happen. You know, if Elon Musk was not even into Dogecoin, I would say, you know what? Not even a remote possibility. But since he's a believer in Dogecoin, I think it could potentially happen. Okay, let's go into the 4 hour perspective and see what is going on. Let's see here. On the 4 hour, right? The 200 MA is a 42.1. So obviously we are currently trading below the 200-day moving average. And as you know, that isn't very bullish, but per Agora here, right? We are seeing inklings of a bull trend, right? And that's kind of good because why is it good? Well, because we are near the top part of the downward trend line and we're seeing on the below the Agora oscillator, it's kind of coming up a little bit. So this is telling me, you know what? It looks like we may have a possible potential continuation of the bull run. Of course, there's no guarantee because we're seeing a conflicting Agora indicator. The reaction ribbon is purple, so that means we're bearish here. So we see one indicator saying bullish, the other one is saying bearish. So what do we do? Well, when you see conflicting indicators, the best trade is no trade at the time, because I always tell you guys and gals, the trend is your friend. And if the trend is indecisive, well, sit back, relax, and wait for a trade to come to you. There is no need to get FOMO, and there is no need to chase a trade that may or may not be good for you. I believe in high probability trades, not just trading anything, because when you do that, I associate that with gambling. And if you want to gamble, why not go to play blackjack? It's way more thrilling than waiting 24 hours or 10 hours here to see if this will bounce. Of course, purely my opinion. Okay, let's go ahead and go into the daily perspective and see what that is doing. Okie dokie, on the daily here, right? We are seeing some wicks here on top. So we're seeing a little bearishness, but I think that's okay, because every time we see a wick, it's because we get near the upper portion of the downward trend channel. So when that happens, we're seeing some weakness and seeing a sell-off. But the bullish thing here is that, yes, we get knocked down, but we come up, but next day we come right back up and we test it again. So to me, this is a bullish sign, and on a daily, long term, we are still very, very bullish. So nothing to be concerned there, in my opinion. And if you watch this video this far so far, and if you appreciate my content, I would love the support. If you can subscribe and like the video, that will do my channel a huge favor, and I appreciate you guys. I will catch you all on the next one. Take care, and most importantly, have a good trading day.